Good morning. I'm Jim Carney, Iowa State Bar Association Legislative Counsel, and I'd like to bring you up to date on this past week's activities at the Capitol, and focusing on the indigent defense issue. It's very disappointing that this week the House took up Senate File 512 in subcommittee. On Tuesday morning there was a 45-minute meeting. Thought the meeting went very well, but the bill, as it was brought out of appropriations, was amended, and it provided for a portion of the amendment being the language that was caught up in Senate File 209, the tax language that is so controversial, and then another portion dealing with transfer of money in an emergency situation. The governor is authorized to transfer money in an emergency when the legislature is not in session. So when the legislature goes home, if there's an emergency, he can transfer funds to pay bills. What this amendment would do would have been to allow the governor to transfer funds during the legislative session to pay the indigent defense bills. The governor, before the bill was taken up, told leadership that he did not like the bill, that he would not sign the bill, and that was openly discussed on the House floor when it was debated yesterday afternoon. Despite that, the House passed Senate File 512 with the amendment in it. It has the transfer language that the governor did not like. For those of you who take the Des Moines Register, and I'm sure it's in other papers, headlines are Branstad says no to attorney pay plan. The bill will go over to the Senate. It's rather doubtful if the Senate will even discuss the bill, as I'm told. So we really are back to square one. It appears that the main bill out there will be Senate File 209 that is in conference committee. Very frustrating situation for everyone. I would urge all of you to keep in touch with your local legislators, your House members, and your Senate members. Keep urging them to get this thing resolved, to stop playing politics. Both houses are blaming one another. Both parties are blaming one another. It isn't about a blame game. It's about getting your local legislators to understand that these are bills that are due, owing, earned, and they're constitutionally mandated to be paid. We'll continue to work with leadership. We'll be working on this all weekend. You should know that the Bar Board of Governors and officers hosted a legislative reception here a little over a week ago. Over half the legislature was here. Legislative leadership was here. Officers were here. The entire board talked to legislators about this issue, and we're going to continue to work on it. The officers are in communication with legislators, and we of course are up there every day pestering them. I would like to mention just something briefly, because there have been some members who have on the criminal law listserv anyway who've questioned what we're doing and what value the Bar Association has to members, quite honestly. People may not remember the fee for indigent defense was cut by $5 in 1996. We were able to get that restored in 1999. We got a $5 increase, got us back to square one, and then in 2006 and 2007 we were able to get $5 per hour incremental increases. We're now up to $70 an hour for Class A felonies, $65 for Class B felonies, and $60 for all other cases. This has resulted in people who take indigent defense cases receiving millions of dollars of additional compensation because of the increases that we worked on, and worked on very hard when Governor Vilsack was governor. So I hope that you will realize that we have worked on this issue. It's been a top priority of the Bar forever, and will remain a top priority forever. I want to give special thanks to or recognition to Representative Kurt Swaim, Representative Rick Olson, Tyler Olson, I don't mean to exclude anyone when I mention a particular legislator, because we've got friends on both sides of the aisles, both parties, but they tried to amend the bill yesterday to provide for a straight appropriations. It was not successful, but they made a great effort in doing so. I think with that, just encourage you to keep communicating with your legislators. Please do it in a very professional, civil manner. Some people are getting so frustrated that it's showing up in their communications, and quite frankly, when you communicate in a demeaning manner, it doesn't work. I've made this suggestion before. The legislature's like a judge or a jury. You have to be careful what you do when you're in front of a judge or a jury, not to alienate the judge or the jury. We don't want to alienate the legislature. So be professional in your communications and keep it up. Thank you for all the support you've given us so far.